Hey everyone, my name is Chris.
I'm Joe.
Scarlett.
And what's our first question, you guys, about Apple? What's happening in the news?
The FBI wants to release terrorist information with their phone calls and stuff, and they want Apple to release all that information. So our question is, should Apple oblige to these requests from the FBI?
Man, that's a tricky question because, we were talking about how contract information that every single user, when they buy an Apple iPhone, you said something about privacy, right?
Yeah. The privacy is a really big thing for Apple because they pride themselves on keeping their information so private. Yeah, people hack into iCloud and stuff all the time, but Apple does everything that they can to keep their customers' information private, and it's a really big thing to them. So the FBI proposing this backdoor into the system, the whole system, so they can get into these terrorist things. While they say it's only being used for this terrorism case, they could turn around and use it for whatever they want.
Yeah.
And that's what Apple's trying to do. They don't want to breach other customers' privacy like that.
Do you think they could make a contract with the FBI saying that they're only allowed to use it for that case, so they don't breach any other type of information? Or do you think the FBI is not gonna?
I feel like they could, but the FBI is probably going to do what they want to.
Yeah, I don't know who's going to penalize the FBI if they decide to not agree to the legal terms of what they're going to agree to. So I think, for my opinion, I would say that it would be okay if they had specific people they wanted to research and look up. So if there was a common terrorist or people who are involved in gang membership and stuff like that, and they're trying to get more information, I understand. But I think giving them the back door to Apple software is a big no-no.
Yeah, definitely. And plus, seeing as the FBI already has people from Apple that they work closely with on cases just like this, getting information, I feel like it's pretty useless. Just have these people that are affiliated with Apple go in, find out the information that you need, and have it not go directly to the FBI where they have free reign whatever they want.
Yeah.
I completely agree.
All right, so let's get back to our questions. How do millennials use social media? You got that, Joe, right?
Yeah. Okay, so my idea of how millennials use social media, there's four basic things. People use it either for news, they keep up with their friends, they look for trends, and they also want things to entertain them. And I've noticed through Facebook that people are looking for what their friends are doing. They're not really looking for as much news on Facebook. Facebook is really just connecting with friends, and a lot of people under the age of 35 go on Facebook more than any other platform. Another thing that I looked up was that 1/3 of the Twitter goes to interesting articles and links from friends. So people actually go for more kind of news, if you would say, on Twitter than Facebook or any other social platforms. And there's actually a proven fact that 7% of what we see on social media has a wide mix of our opinions that are different and the same. So everything that we see on a daily basis, more than almost 3/4 of what we see is something we could learn new. All new ideas, new people posting about different opinions and facts and stuff like that. So that was pretty much the summary of how millennials use social media.
What about you guys? What about you, Joe? Do you use Facebook a lot for your news, or do you use Twitter more?
I would say I use Facebook to keep up with friends and family. That's a really big thing for Facebook. I know a lot of businesses are trying to attract those people, and I think that if a business wants to attract the ages of 35 and up, because there's a lot of people on Facebook that are trying to connect with old high school friends, that'd be a good idea. But for the younger age, there's better ways to attract customers and gain feedback from people.
Yeah. So what other platforms like Instagram you would think?
I would say Instagram, I would say Twitter, other new up-and-coming apps about information would be very beneficial. Facebook is, like I said, more for you just want to see what your friends are talking about, just keep in touch with your friends. And I think Twitter is more where the news and the articles come in.
Yeah. What about you guys? You guys use Facebook, Twitter a lot for news?
Actually, I don't have a Twitter account. I only use Facebook. So I don't know what to say about Twitter.
I've noticed noticed that mostly on Facebook you see like a lot of articles being shared, and that's usually where I get most of the news that I see because I don't have a TV, so I just rely on the internet to find all my news. And Facebook is what comes up first. And then Twitter, there's some like click-through links, but since Twitter is limited to that small word count, you only get a brief description of what you're getting into first, so people are less likely to read that and click through. Whereas on Facebook, you see somebody typing up what they think about the article, and then their opinion sparks them to click through and go on to the news article itself.
That's a very good point.
I think that's the reason why a lot of people rely more on Facebook because there is such a I don't really know what to say, what to call it.
You can describe it more, bigger description.
You have more room to voice your opinion and your thoughts on the whole thing.
Very true. The word count does limit you. That's very true. So the next question we have is, where do millennials get their news? So from statistics and research, a big percentage, which is 88% of all millennials, get their news from Facebook daily. That's a daily limit or a daily count. But there's other platforms like YouTube, Instagram, Pinterest, Twitter, and Tumblr, but they're not used daily much as YouTube or Facebook. Sorry, YouTube. I get my personal news from there, but it's occasional. So I'll go watch a video. It'll be like 10 minutes long. It'll tell me what's happening the past week, maybe 2 weeks, and what's going on. And that gives me like a nice chunk of news. But not everyone uses it daily just to see what's happening every single day. Who's got time to watch a 5-minute video every single day? Like, you want to use up your time wisely. Instagram, I scroll through that a lot. That's a lot of just pictures. It just shows me maybe a catastrophe or just something big that's happening. I can see it in picture form. I'm interested. I look it up on Facebook or just go on Google usually. I don't use Pinterest. There's Twitter. That's very limited. Like we were talking about how the text box is limited to a word count. And you don't really get much of a description of what's going on. You have to really dive into it. Facebook's better for that. And then Tumblr. I'm on Tumblr a lot, but it's more of a playground. It's not really a news site, so I don't get news from there. What about you guys? You guys use Facebook? We just talked about this, so Facebook is a really big news platform. So yeah. So do millennials engage themselves in news?
In the article, it said that while social networks may be a place that people bump into news, many millennials engage more actively with the news on there. So from that, I told them that once millennials see the news on Facebook, they're more likely to click on it, like it, comment on it, than if they were to watch it on TV and talk about it with their friends in real life. The article also said that 7 out of 10 millennials say that they click through and read articles that they see posted on their newsfeed. So that's like about 70%. It's like 70% of the 91% that they interview saying that they do engage. And then 6 out of 10 of them say that they actually like the articles posted on their newsfeed. 42% post or reshare them from their friends, and then 34% actually comment on the newsfeed, voice their opinion on it.
And for each individual one of you guys, where do you fall in those categories? What percentage? Are you the commenter? Are you the revlogger? Are you just the viewer? Or do you not really care about the news on Facebook, really going through it?
I've never really looked at this Facebook as something I use for news. That's what I was trying to go over the first question. Now that the 88% is a big factor. I realize that now, but I typically don't really use. I'll share stuff with my friends, share to my friends, but I won't post. I won't comment that much. I will mostly just watch, just see what they're up to, and if I want to talk about
I share a lot of the new stuff, but I refrain from commenting on other people because I don't want a Facebook opinion war. I'm not looking for a debate with my conservative uncle, so I just kind of don't comment on his stuff and just let people have their own opinion, like it's in the article. People have their own opinion, and you see a lot of it on social media, but I'm just not looking to get into a debate on Facebook.
How about yourself?
I don't really post a lot on Facebook because I don't like to share this kind of views. But I like to read articles. I subscribe to the New York Times and all. and it's good because I don't. If you go to the New York Times, you have to pay, right? To
Yes.
have access. But on Facebook, you can read whatever you want, and it's very, it's a very good way to get some news.
All right. So our last question that we have is: how do millennials use Facebook versus Twitter, and which one is more important to them?
When we compare both, we can see that Facebook's ahead of Twitter in categories like see what friends are talking about, find new entertainment things to do, interesting articles, share content, and get more information. The only thing that Twitter is ahead of Facebook is see what's trending. So that's I don't have Twitter account. I guess I know what is trending, but if you guys can help me, this is just like see what other people are doing, right?
Yeah.
So basically, it's just like kind of media. You can see like other brands stuff, but you cannot like really interact with it.
Yeah, it's cool to see that Facebook in almost every category is more than Twitter. I'm actually kind of amazed by that because I know a lot of people still use Twitter, but Facebook outdoes them by almost every category when it comes to what I was talking about.
Yeah, very true. Very true. There's also other news or information that I took a quote and it says Twitter is a place to learn about what people in general are talking about, not just the lives of people they know. For instance, the number one reason Twitter users say that they use the social media platform is to see what's trending. That's why that outbeats Facebook. But the number two reason, which is 43% that they go on for trending news, but the number two reason is to find things that entertain them. So funny articles, videos, and whatnot. So that's Twitter. That's what Twitter is mainly used for. It's not really a news platform. So that's why it's pretty outstanding when we get this information. So yeah, Facebook really does outdo, like you said, Twitter a lot. So great discussion, you guys. So, all right.